So, welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. The idea is very simple. You need to inculcate this daily habit of practicing MCQs from current affairs. It's a good habit to have. And this lecture series precisely aims at that. Through this lecture series, you can develop this habit of practicing 4 to 5 MCQs from current affairs. This would not only help you revise your current affairs and remember them for longer periods of time, but also will give you the much needed MCQ practice, which would come in really handy for your prelims examination whenever you want to give it. Okay, so make this lecture series a part of your daily routine. It is a really good habit to have, daily habit to have. All right, let's begin today's session starting with question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding geotube technology. A technology that is used to reduce wave energy and prevent coastal erosion. Geotubes are tubular geotextile containers filled with sand or slurry and placed underwater. The geotextile material used is made up of jute or synthetic fibers, hence it is also eco-friendly. Okay, so the thing is that geotube technology is basically a technology in which hollow tubes are placed around coastal waters. Okay, they are placed in coastal regions, and these hollow tubes filled with material, okay, they basically act as breakwaters in the coastal region. The problem in coastal region is some coastal regions are basically vulnerable to very strong waves. These strong waves basically cause a lot of coastal erosion, right? And it also destroys some property in the coastal areas. But if you will place these big hollow tubes around your coastal regions facing the sea, well, they shall act as breakwaters. They will absorb excess wave energy, okay, dampening the effect of waves and causing less coastal erosion. In fact, this less coastal erosion is not the only advantage of these geotubes. They would also enhance sand deposition. The sand which is floating in the oceans would deposit around these areas. So, causing this sand deposition would also enhance the size of your beaches in that area. So, it is a technology that is used to reduce wave energy and prevent coastal erosion. Absolutely correct. Geotubes are tubular geotextile containers filled with sand to make them heavy or slurry and placed underwater. Absolutely correct. The geotextile material used is made up of jute or synthetic fibers, hence it is eco-friendly. Absolutely false. It is not made up of jute or synthetic fibers. In fact, it is made up of plastic fibers like polyester, okay, and not just plastic, petroleum derived fibers. Polyester is the biggest thing from which this geotextile is made up of. Okay, so this is false. It is not made up of natural fibers like jute. Clear? So only two statements are correct. The answer is B. Question number 2. Consider the following statements regarding My Bharat portal. It is a tech-driven institutional platform for youth development and youth-led transformation. It is operated by My Yuva Bharat or My Bharat. My stands for My Yuva, an autonomous organization under Department of Higher Education. Youth volunteering on My Bharat portal shall be skilled in Industry 4.0 technologies to make them ready for 21st century jobs. Okay. So the thing is, My Bharat portal, also known as My Yuva Bharat portal, is a portal which basically comes under Ministry of Youth and Sports and Youth Affairs, basically. Okay. Now, it is a tech-driven platform on which youth can register and serve as volunteers for India's development. So it is a tech-driven platform for youth development and youth-led transformation. Basically, the idea is that any young person can register on this My Bharat portal, and they would act as volunteers for various government schemes, their information dissemination. They would be given various tasks to basically implement those schemes. Okay, they would also get experience certificates, which would really help them getting jobs. So this is what My Bharat portal is. So statement 1 is correct. Now it is operated by My Bharat organization. So this portal is developed and basically not developed but operated by My Bharat organization. My Bharat is an autonomous organization not under Department of Higher Education. It is under Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs. So this statement is false. Youth volunteering on My Bharat portal shall be skilled in Industry 4.0 technologies. Not at all. They would just act as volunteers for India's development. Okay. They won't be skilled in AI, big data, which are Industry 4.0 technologies. Not at all. Only one is correct. Question 3. Which of the following statements are correct regarding state of World's Nursing 2025 report? It is released by World Health Organization to reveal the global nursing shortages in the world. India's nurse to population ratio is around 30 nurses per 10,000 people, which is one of the highest in the world. India is a top source of foreign trained nurses, especially to UK, Gulf and Australia. Okay. So World Health Organization every year releases State of World's Nursing report. Okay. So this basically reveals the situation with respect to nurses in the world, nursing staff shortages, availability of nurses and all that, because nurses are caregivers, which is very important for healthcare delivery. Okay. So first statement is absolutely correct. Now, as far as India is concerned, India's nurse to population ratio is 30 nurses per 10,000. That is correct. But it is not one of the highest in the world. The highest is in Europe. Okay. In fact, WHO says that if your healthcare professional to population ratio is around 44.5 per 10,000, then it is ideal. So even WHO says that you need healthcare professionals to population ratio of this much. India has 30 nurses per 10,000 people, which is correct, but it is not highest in the world. Okay, so this is false. But third statement is correct. India is a top source of nurses to countries like UK, Gulf and Australia. This part is absolutely correct. 1 and 3, C. And last, question number 4. Consider the following statements regarding disinformation. Disinformation is inadvertent spread of false information without intent to harm, while misinformation is false information designed to mislead others. Modern conflicts weaponize false information to influence international and domestic opinion. Meme warfare, deep fakes, fake newspaper headlines, social media bots, misattributed videos are some of the tools of false information. Which of the above statements are correct? Now look, false information is of two types. False information on the internet. One is disinformation, the other is misinformation. Okay, misinformation is spreading false information by mistake. You are not aware of the exact facts, and that is why you are spreading this misinformation. So misinformation is basically inadvertent. You are not doing it deliberately. Okay, but disinformation is deliberate. You are deliberately spreading false information for your ulterior objectives. So disinformation is not inadvertent. Misinformation is. Disinformation is false information designed to mislead people. Okay, so first statement is false. It's the opposite actually. Now, modern conflicts are full of disinformation. In fact, the India-Pakistan war was not only fought on the LOC and international border, it was also fought on the cyberspace. Okay, Pakistan's propaganda machine, helped by China, really made lives difficult on the internet for people. In fact, Pakistan was successful in making the environment foggy. In fact, they were able to convince their own people that they have won the war. Okay, so modern conflicts weaponize false information to influence international and domestic opinion. Absolutely correct. Now, there are various tools for disinformation. Meme warfare, deep fakes, fake newspaper headlines, social media bots, misattributed videos. All of these are tools. Absolutely correct. The answer is 2 and 3, B only. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'm sure it has added value to your preparation. It would add more value if you revise this lecture as well. Now, revision means that taking another 5 to 10 minutes looking at written detailed solutions to each and every MCQ discussed above. It would hardly take 5 to 10 minutes of your time, but it would really consolidate these MCQs in your memory. Now you can look at these solutions from our notes, and these notes are available on our Telegram platform. The link to our Telegram channel is provided in the comment section just below this video. Okay, on that note, I'll be signing off with the promise of seeing you again with another set of MCQs. Thank you, everyone.